Beware of illegal video cassettes. Check whether this video cassette carries a genuine security sticker. Video piracy is a crime. Do not accept it. Demand a genuine cassette from your video store. Poor quality illegal video cassettes reduce your viewing pleasure and jeopardize future film production. When in doubt, telephone the Federation Against Copyright Theft, FACT, on 081 568 6646.
I used to think a wedding was a simple affair. Boy and girl meet, they fall in love, they say I do. I was wrong. That's getting married. A wedding is an entirely different proposition. You fathers will understand. You have an adorable little girl who looks up to you and adores you in a way you could never have imagined.
Dad, I met a man in Rome, and we're getting married.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm engaged. I'm getting married.
Right then, I realized my day had passed. Annie, it's a little nippy out. You might want to put on a sweater.
Dad, it's okay. I'm kind of warm.
So there's a chill in the air, and you've been on a plane.
Dad, I'm fine.
Annie, it is kind of cold out.
It is?
Yeah.
All right, thanks. I'll get my jacket.
I was no longer the man in my little girl's life. Old Dad was history. I remember seeing someone who looked like Brian's twin on America's Most Wanted.
First, the wedding of our children.
Wedding coordinator? What's a wedding coordinator?
Master and Mrs. Box and the lovely bride.
We're gonna color coordinate with the swans, right?
Swans? I have a great idea where we can have this wedding.
Where?
The steak pit.
I don't think you want the word pit on a wedding invitation.
I'm leaving.
I hope George didn't get lost up there.
He's gonna be fine.
Finally, the big day arrived. The day I'd been dreading for the past 6 months. Well, actually, for the past 22 years. Before I knew it, I had to let her go.
Good, I'll just go ahead.
Touchstone Pictures presents Steve Martin, Diane Keaton, Martin Short, and introducing Kimberly Williams.
I'm told that one day I'll look back on all of this with great affection and nostalgia. I hope so.
Good night, Mr. Banks.
Drive carefully. And don't forget to fasten your condom.
Dad!
Seatbelt, I meant seatbelt.
Father of the bride.
There's a danger in feeling too strongly about your patient.
But isn't it unnatural not to become involved with the patient?
I'd rather you cut straight and cared less.
There is a difference between a surgeon's skill and a doctor's care.
How's business in the big league?
We're killing him.
Between treating a patient
I'll check you out.
You're a gynecologist.
So, drop your pants.
and treating a person.
What is it with this throat thing, huh?
You okay?
Now, Dr. Jack McKee is about to discover the difference for himself.
Jack McKee.
Yes, I know. Have a seat.
Right.
We've been sitting here for 30 minutes. Why didn't she give us these when we first arrived?
She should have.
I bet you feel like you don't know what's going on.
What are you doing?
Don't worry, they don't know either.
You were late getting here.
I was not late getting here. Radiology was late with my MRI.
Want to shout? Go shout at a doctor.
I am a doctor.
Not when you're sitting here.
William Hurt,
I'm really terrified.
Oh, sweetheart.
in a story about a surgeon who became an ordinary patient.
Do you suppose you could get me a thinner sheet? I'm not sure everyone can see through this one.
The system stinks.
Fight it. I know how you must be feeling.
That's the problem. You don't have the first idea what I'm feeling.
And then becomes an extraordinary doctor.
We got it all.
I love you. My friend, the witch doctor, he taught me what to do.
The movie that does what every doctor should do.
Now you're gonna fiddle a little prick.
Please, doctor, we've only just met.
It makes you feel good. The Doctor.
The Bartells couldn't believe how fortunate they were to find Peyton.
I adore children, Mrs. Bartell. I love being with them. I love taking care of them. For me, it's the next best thing to actually being a mother.
But they didn't find her.
She seems terrific. What's the catch?
There is no catch. I think she's great.
She chose them.
You never let an attractive woman take a power position in your home. All I'm saying is you have to watch your back.
Now, their innocence is her opportunity.
He has your eyes, you know.
Do you really think so?
Their trust.
Peyton's been great.
Has she?
I don't know what we would have done without her.
Is her weapon.
If something happens to my mommy, would you take care of me?
Of course I would.
And their destruction.
There's only one woman for me.
That's all you need.
Her triumph.
When your husband makes love to you, it's my face he sees.
Get out of our house.
She's turning on me, Michael, just like you said she would.
Call the police.
Claire, calm down.
You don't know what she's capable of.
Anyone can have an accident.
Michael?
What goes around comes around.
The hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world.
To my family.
The hand that rocks the cradle.
Do you, Dina Elizabeth Stevens, take Nicolas Henri Fouillet to be your lawful wedded husband?
Sure.
Newlyweds Dina Stevens and Nick Fouillet.
You gonna kiss the bride?
Is it law?
Vowed to love,
Let's get this straight. This is strictly a business arrangement.
to honor,
Don't tell anyone we're married, okay?
Nobody.
Nobody.
to cherish each other.
Oh, Lord. Another one.
For better, for worse.
Listen, if we don't pull this off, I get deported, true. But you get a prison sentence and a 100,000 franc fine.
For what? Not being in love with my wife? Haha, half the population would be in jail.
For richer, for poorer.
Marriage makes it a joint debt.
How much is the total?
Rounded off to 19,500.
Thank you.
And to forsake all others.
I thought you were a decent guy. A gentleman. Well, screw you!
Screw me?
Are you married?
Screw you! You're ruining my life!
But when Dina and Nick said, I do, they never expected they would.
And they want to re-demo a song and try and float it.
That's the one that we did together.
I've been watching every day. No one bothers to say what I know.
How are you going to introduce me to your family?
Well, Nick translates pretty well. How about if I call you Nick?
What am I? Your friend? Your roommate?
You're my husband.
Does this mean we're married?
Does This Mean We're Married? Starring Patsy Kensit and Stefan Fress.
In everyone's life, there is a time that will always be remembered.
How long is this kid staying?
Not long.
Don't expect me to entertain him.
For a boy named Willard,
Sit down and I'll make you a really nice lunch.
that time is now.
What are you listening to?
Rap.
Rap.
It details the common man's struggle for survival in a hostile environment.
What?
He's discovering what it means when two people drift apart
Can't make up my mind. Are you sick of me? Or are you just dead inside?
and what it takes to bring them back together.
How come you always do that?
What?
Make everything so hard.
It's a good question. It's a very good question.
They gave him a summer he'd never forget.
Don't you love them anymore?
He gave them back the love they'd lost.
Ben thinks you're beautiful.
Melanie Griffith, Don Johnson, and Elijah Wood in Paradise.
Whenever you rent or buy a video, you need to be sure that the film you choose is suitable for the audience at home. To help you, there are certificates given to films which tell you broadly what the film is like. This film has been classified 15, which means it's unsuitable for anyone younger than that. It's an offence for a shop to supply a 15 video to anyone below that age, so don't ask them to break the law. 15 films may have a fairly adult theme or contain scenes of sex, violence or drugs, which, while not particularly graphic, are unsuitable for younger teenagers. They may also contain sexual swear words. Video certificates are there to give you the chance to make an informed choice. They allow you to have peace of mind and be entertained. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the film.